Welcome everyone to the sixth episode of CryptoCurrently. I'm your host Delkaz, and we're joined here by CryptoGod. Welcome,
How's it going?
and
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me.
absolutely, he's leading up the CryptoDesigns and Creations platform. Got a lot of good stuff. He's doing a lot of different things. Really excited to have him on.
Yeah, we're actually we're working on the Wax blockchain. We've been working on bridging the gap between I and what most people consider an NFT token, like say on the Wax blockchain or even the Hive blockchain, and it's used for NFTs or for gaming, to bridging that to real life use. We've built a token that we have items available that you can that are purchasable with it. We've added a few other things, and we've got more coming. But
Cool.
that's really bottom line. The foundation of the project was to build a bridge between the DeFi platform that people are using for gaming, being there's no transaction fees, gas fees, anything like that. They're free transactions on the Wax blockchain to real life use, so that it's
Okay.
no longer just a gaming token or an NFT token. Now it has a real life utility.
Right.
And then we've also added NFT use in with that, so that it combines the two, not only the NFT token to a real life utility, but brings the NFTs from the Wax blockchain into real life utility as well.
Very cool. So yeah, there's a lot to get into today. But before we jump into all of that, there's a lot to unpack there. But before we get into all that, just kind of like introduce yourself. What's your kind of background? What got you interested in crypto, and I mean, what led you up to this point?
Well, I'm CryptoGod, or known as CryptoGod. I started investing years ago, in forex, in foreign exchange, in currency foreign exchange.
Okay.
And after years of playing with that and staring at charts and looking at different historical data, I noticed that there was a major, what I consider a worldwide banking scam, as the world banks were actually controlling and manipulating the market at certain
Interesting.
points. And it was at that point that crypto had gone from being that, really no one's heard about it, or the people that are using it on the black market, to it's actually starting to be traded now.
Right.
And it was a simple, literally for me, it was a simple transfer right from forex currency trading to crypto trading, because it's just different currencies. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it wasn't much, it really wasn't a big switch for me. So I started doing that. And I was actually, surprisingly, did a lot better trading. What I trade is derivatives, which is basically the same as forex trading, only it's not. It's you're not actually trading the asset. You're just basically trading on the price, whether it's going to be up or down, which is just
Okay.
like forex. So it was like, again, that's why I said simple transition. It's literally the exact same thing, all the same. So it was a simple transition for me over to that, and I did it because I didn't have a choice at the time. I had gotten hurt at work, and I was out, unable to work, so I needed some form of income. So I started trading,
Wow.
and I did really well with it. And I started getting involved in different crypto projects, and working with them. And after working with several projects and seeing how they start out with such a great idea, a great, I guess roadmap, or
Mhm.
path they want to follow and where they want to end up at, but before long they lose sight of that. And they all start, or most of them, at least the ones I was involved in, they start worrying more about themselves rather than the community that built them.
Okay.
And it started to bother me, because it was happening more and more frequently, that the more and more, as more and more of these projects popped up, I was even the ones I wasn't involved in, just watching, they became more about, again, about themselves and how they were benefiting and how much money they were making, rather than how, worrying about the community that actually
Do you
made
think?
them.
So do
Without
you,
your community, you're nothing. That's
mm,
what drove me to start this. So it is to start a project that is community based, where the community has, it is put first.
Okay.
When we have when we have major decisions that have to be made, that are being made, like we just did we made an update to our tokens protocol, basically how it was functioning. We put a vote out, and we have a governance token that can be purchased that goes directly into the liquidity of our token itself. And anyone that holds a governance token can vote when it comes up and as part of the community. So the community gets to make the decisions that affect them, so that they can choose what they think is best based on what we can do at the time.
Very cool.
So we had, at one of them was we had a choice, or where we were looking to expand a little bit, and where did the community want to go to Binance Smart Chain or to Polygon, and they voted to go to Polygon.
Okay.
So, when we have big major decisions like that are, have real impact on the community, that goes up, then the community gets to vote on it. That way the community has, gets to decide, well, what's best for us? What's going to benefit us the most? It's not us as the project saying this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it, like it or leave it. That's, you don't have a choice. So, that was, and I've always, everything we've been doing, we try to put the community first and make sure that the community is benefiting from everything that we're doing, and we're listening, and we do what the community, if the community is asking for something, we do our best to make it happen.
Yeah.
We're not that, and that's what one of the core things I will stick to the whole time, is it's always about our community. Without them, we're nothing.
Yeah.
So we'll, and that's really what drove me to start this whole thing. Was I didn't like all these projects starting out with good intentions, and then shortly after going the way of, it's, worrying about how much they were going to make out of it.
Right. Yeah.
That, and I don't think that was fair. Or projects that were starting out good and then turning out to be scamming people,
There are a
making
lot of
crypto in
those. Yeah.
itself look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah, it
I
has
wanted a project that shows people that crypto is not all like that.
right.
It has advantages. It has its good sides. It can be used for good rather than negative, or less desirable
Yeah.
out uses.
Yeah, absolutely. And you brought up a good point. Is it really does matter. You're talking about all these rugs and all these, not even full rugs, right? They just kind of lose sight of their vision or what they want. And it really does matter when you're getting into crypto and all these different projects, that you find a good core group of people, because there's plenty of great people in crypto. Some of the best people that I've met,
Oh,
never actually
there
met,
really are.
and
But
like,
you've also got,
you
but you
also
got
have the
both sides
scammers.
heads, both sides of this coin.
Yep,
But you have that everywhere. No matter where you go, you're going to have that two sides of the coin. You've got
that's
the good.
true.
You're always going to have the good with the bad.
Yeah,
It's
I think it,
I was trying to make something that promotes and displays the good side of it and the positive benefits of crypto, especially with DeFi.
yeah. I feel like it's kind of amplified right now in crypto, right? Because crypto at this point is kind of the Wild West. It's the forefront of this new technology, so people are kind of lost, right? They're stumbling around blind, and you have everyone saying, "Oh, follow over here, like this is the way," and then you have the scammers
Exactly,
saying the same thing,
exactly,
and it's
and
very confusing to people, especially when they're just starting out.
right, and that's another thing that we do with CryptoDesigns is we don't self promote as much as we promote other projects. If we promote anything, we've already looked into it. We've done some research on it. We've made sure it's not a rug pull or some kind of scam, or it's not going to negatively affect our community before we share it, and promote that particular project and say, hey, this is something y'all might want to look into. We've checked it out, it's okay. So we promote other projects that have potential.
Hmm.
And we try to take and make sure that the projects are safe for people before promoting it too. I know a lot of places just have post whatever you want, from anybody, and
Right.
you don't know who, you don't know what it is. You have no idea who it is or what's going on. You just see a lot of people in a server and think, oh, it must be good, and
Right.
well, it might be, it might not be.
It ends up being a
So that's why
shill.
anything that
Yeah.
that we post and any links that we share to other groups, we've already looked into. We've already check basically just verify that they're not just a bunch of scammers trying to pull something.
Yep.
If there's an investment involved, we've actually put our own money into it, to check it out, first.
Right.
But that's another part of what we do is we always like I said, we protect our community. When
Yeah.
we make sure that we do everything we possibly can to protect them from the scammers on Discord and wherever else they might be. But not many groups do that. We and it's probably probably shouldn't. I probably should promote our project more, but hey, I can't help it. That because that's part of what we do is it's the community.
Yeah.
I don't want someone in our community getting screwed over by a project that got promoted because no one checked into it.
Right.
That's hurting our community through something else. So that's so it's like a benefit two-way street for everybody. Everyone benefits, we benefit. But it's like I said, that's what brought me into this. Was I got tired of seeing projects do that. And I wanted to do something different that protected people from that and gave people a way to know that they're not. If they see it, they know it's been verified.
Right.
That's why we don't have very many projects that we do promote, because we take our time to look into them. And it's that's it. And we're building on that. It's slow going, but again, we only launched 6 months ago. We're back in December, so 7 months, 8 months now.
Okay.
So we're still, it's still a very young project,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
we're building and adding, something every day. We're expanding, and as we can. You can only go so fast, and I don't want to go too fast that we topple over.
Yeah.
That's
The
the other thing
slow
I've noticed is,
slow builds.
yeah,
If they get
I've
the
seen a lot
pumps,
of
there's
projects
inevitable
that
dive.
yeah, I've seen a lot of projects just pop up just so big so fast and try to go too fast, and then they just kind of collapse because it's a house of cards. I didn't want that either.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to balance, pushing, advancing, as fast as we can, but without going too fast that we don't have that solid foundation and things are being done properly.
Yeah. Very smart. Yeah.
But it's still, it's like I said, it is growing. It's just slow growing. But like I said, we're young, and I am doing 99% of all this, solo right now. So it's even more slow growing.
Yeah, that's a
You
lot.
know,
I've seen
um,
you, and you do a lot. Your Discord is extremely well built out. Tons of different channels and info channels. And you're doing, what you're on
oh God,
streaming
our
almost
Discord.
every day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Streaming every,
We've
do
been we've been
lots of
put, we've been
marbles.
doing marbles on stream is what we've been doing recently. We've been the past. They just changed it to doing a 6-week season from a 3-week season. But the past, let's see, 3 seasons, we've been doing between 400 and 450 hours in those 3 weeks streaming
Wow.
marbles. Yeah, we've been averaging about 20 hours a day during Marvel season, and that's what we've been playing, and we've been giving out prizes of different NFTs on that we have out, different, our token,
So
some other, tokens on
you've been
other
streaming
blockchains.
marbles 20 hours a day for the past.
Yeah,
Wow. And I know, like,
yeah,
I've joined a few of those streams, and yeah, you're giving out NFTs and different
oh
tokens and all
yeah,
that the whole time. So that's definitely check out
yeah,
their channel, and there all the links will be down below.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we've actually not just marbles. I mean, but since we launched the Twitch channel on March 4th, we're at, I just checked it earlier. I think it was 2,014 hours
wow.
roughly that we've
Wow.
streamed. So yeah, I do a lot of that. That's that was our newest add-on and expansion. It was a way to reach out and grow the community past a little bit further.
Hmm.
The Our Twitch had slowed down and growing, so I needed a new media outlet that allowed growth and in more ways than just YouTube.
Right.
You could put 1,000 videos on YouTube, but it doesn't mean it's going to do anything. but Twitch allowed for a live, a way to bring in people live through different games and activities,
Right.
and it was a way for us to also distribute our token, our NFTs, and give people a way to learn about what we're doing and other projects as well, because we give out, we have stuff from other projects that we give out.
Cool.
It's not just our stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do. But we that we're that since there, I don't know how that's good. We're probably not be streaming quite as much as Marbles this season, because they're doing 6-week seasons, and that's a long time
That
to try to
is.
push 20 hours a day for 3 weeks. Yeah, I can do it, and I'm dead by the end of the 3 weeks. But I don't think I can do 20 hours a day for six
Six
weeks
weeks.
straight. That
Yeah.
that's so we probably, but we'll still be, we're gonna have some kind of prize format again this for the next season. So if the people come and play with us, we'll have some kind of prize format to where we're giving out prizes. I might throw up a random giveaway here and there. But yeah, we just, a lot of the, I mean, it's nothing huge. I mean, it's not like we're giving out hundreds of dollars. At Marble season, yeah, we do have a couple. We had a couple people in the past couple of seasons that have won several $100s worth of NFTs and tokens from playing.
Oh,
But they've also put in, they were putting in 12, 14, 15 hours a day.
yeah. Yeah.
So obviously, if they're putting in that much, they're winning that much. They're gonna win more. But it's what most of the people have been after though recently is the our one of our NFT series. We just got stakeable, so you can stake and
Oh,
earn
okay.
from it now.
Cool.
We've got, I'm working on getting our second one going as well, and a couple other things that once you've earned the token, another way you can earn even more on top of that. But like I said, it's just a matter of setting it up. I'm hoping to have the staking on our other second NFT series that we have out already. Hopefully in the next couple weeks.
Cool.
I got to, it's a lot of stuff to figure out with it. That's all.
Yeah, for sure.
But
There's a lot of
my
work.
goal was to have it by September 1st. My goal was to have it done by September 1st, but I may,
Yeah,
it
you
may be a shortly after that.
get.
But I got about a week. I might
Yeah,
be able to do
you
it.
can still get there. You can still get there.
But yeah, it's but that's what the people have, most people have been after, because they're with the series, the stakeable ones, you can't get unless someone happens to already own one and they're selling it on Atomic Hub or Nifty, or you win it in through our Twitch channel, or you blend up to it from a lower rarity.
Hmm.
They're not for sale. You can't just go and buy the stakeable ones and stake them. You have to get them somehow.
I see.
So that's what a lot of people come for, that because that's one of the few ways you can get it other than blending.
Okay. So and
But
you're pretty much all of your projects in NFTs, coins, solely on Wax currently, right? Well, you said you were talked about you just
yes,
switched to or did a branch off of
um,
Polygon, right? But
well, we
mostly you're
want to
on
expand
Wax.
over to Polygon.
Okay.
We do want to branch out to Polygon. Um,
And so
I haven't created any unique NFTs yet to mint on Polygon. There is a place I have that I'm going to do it, but I've got something specific in mind. I'm just waiting, getting everything in place to actually
cool.
release them.
Very cool. So
But they'll be free to get. They'll be limited in number, but they'll be free. They're more like just like promotional stuff, but it's for something upcoming. So it's a lead into something bigger.
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I wanted to jump back just a little bit. I completely missed it. I first met CryptoGod. What, it must have been about 8 months. I think it just right around when you were launching originally.
I think so.
Through other just Discord channels and projects that we had in common, and then we actually met at in Miami for
Yep.
in a shitcoin.
Yeah, it was
You were a
for
speaker at
shitcoin.
shitcoin.
Yeah,
It was
shitcoin con. Yeah.
sandwiched between NFT con where I had spoken
Yep.
and then Bitcoin was right around there as well. It was in April this year.
Bitcoin started the day shitcoin ended and ran for
Yeah,
3 days. So it was Yeah,
It
I
was
think
a
you were down. I was only down there for shitcoin. I think you were down there for all three, or for
it
the
was
first two.
I was down there for like, oh yeah, like 7, 10 days or something. For Went to so many NFT
Wow.
cons and conventions and crypto,
Oh,
so
I
it was a
bet.
lot of fun. But it like burnt out after it. But it was a great time. And like,
You kind of do. You really kind of do. You know, it's a lot. It's just a lot to take in too when you go to those things,
yeah,
because there's so much stuff, and there's so many people pushing limits that you didn't even know were possible.
yeah,
You know, so you start yeah, I don't know how some of these people do these. You know, they literally go just to dozens of
yeah,
conferences
con to
during this
con to
throughout
con.
the
Yeah,
year just to speak and you know, be part of it. I don't know how they do it. Honestly, I'd be burnt out on it. I couldn't. It's not you know, I like doing it once, you know, every now and then, but I couldn't be year round like some of those guys.
yeah, it is
You know,
interesting.
because then I wouldn't be able to work on my project. You know, I like working on my project.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah.
enjoy it. You know,
Yeah. It is
I enjoy
interesting
connecting with the community.
to see all the different ones, and everyone there's so, like were talking about before, there's so many great ideas, right? And there's so many pushing the
Oh, there are.
boundaries of all these different things, and it's interesting to see the ones that like will have the follow through, and the ones that are just talking, kind of like, because you can talk about the same
Yeah.
thing for a long time, right? And it never come to fruition. You never have behind it what it's actually, if
Right.
you can talk
Right.
about it forever and not do anything, it's not
There's
going to
no
do anything.
they're not actually doing. They're not moving forward. There's no progression to it.
Right. So,
No matter how fast or slow, they're really not doing anything.
yeah. Yeah.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple like that. You know, where it's been 3 years and they really still haven't done much of anything.
Yeah.
You know, they still haven't done what was supposed to have been done in October of 2019. They still haven't done that. You know, so it's
Right.
like, come on, guys, what's going? You know, it's kind of, those are the kind of projects I'm talking about, where you know it's they're really just kind of pull, you know, making a profit for something that really they know is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and that's yeah. But there's that was kind of what I was talking about. Those kind of projects. You know, there's still a couple of them out there, but
Yeah.
they're I
It's
don't know. I think people are quickly starting to catch on to a lot of them.
it is it's an interesting time right now. Not even, I mean, even the projects that are doing things and going, like, have built stuff and have shown results. Everything right now in the crypto market is kind of just on a pause
Oh,
almost, it seems like, right? It's like, not, it's not
it,
going up anymore, it's not going down anymore. Like, we had the huge crash and it's kind of come up a little bit, but now it's just kind of floating. It's like waiting to
we're on
see
that
something.
edge of it's yeah, it's like we're right on that edge of when it's just when people are just gonna be like, you know, now I'm really seeing it. I can really, you know, I think it's just a matter of time before it just gets that little push over the edge.
Yeah.
You know, especially with all these new layer two chains coming out and having NFTs and you know, easy and cheap ways to buy and sell them. And you know, it's just it's and with what they're doing with NFTs now and the way people can passively earn with them, and it's I think it's just a matter of time before it's just a tipping point, you know. And I think we're right at that boundary because, like you said, it's not going up, it's not going down. I think we're just kind of on that fence before people just fall into it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've seen things where I know Microsoft was at one point was working. I believe it was with um, Solana. Oh no, InGen.
Hmm.
Microsoft was working with InGen to incorporate NFTs into Xbox games.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I know I don't know if they're still working on that. I don't see why they would stop,
Yeah.
but you can just see it. You know, once that happens, I can kind of see once NFTs can get moved onto a platform like Xbox or PlayStation, now you've got a whole new world, and now it's really going to explode.
That's yeah.
You know, so
Once the
it's just a
gamers
matter
catch
of time.
on, like once it catches on with the gamers, it will take off.
That's
And
it.
the
Yeah.
interesting thing, like, was that I got into, not completely into crypto, but basically where I kind of started my whole journey was with gaming and crypto gaming, and doing all that, starting to
Okay.
stream that. And so I did some mining before that, and
Been
then,
there, done that.
right, and did a little bit of that, nothing to, write home about. But then I got into crypto gaming and bought my first NFT. Actually, I was sent my first NFT. Um, and got into that, played for a while, and I got out more than I put in. I'm like, this is awesome. I can play games and still like not feel like I'm completely wasting all of my time, right? um,
Right.
and so yeah, for me it was just like it clicked naturally, but I don't know. There's this huge push against from gamers. I feel like that at least right now. I think it will flip eventually, but right now gamers are still very against NFTs. And I mean it's easy to see
Right.
why because
You're right. They
there's so
are.
many rug pulls and things,
I
but
think once they move it over to X and you can actually play games on Xbox that incorporate NFTs, I think that'll quickly change. Once
yeah,
the gamers see it in action in the games they're playing on
yeah,
Xbox, that's when it'll really they'll that mindset will change because now they're seeing it in
right,
on their platform.
yeah,
You can tell someone that plays on PlayStation all day long something great about Xbox, but they're never going to believe you because they're not seeing it, they're not playing it, they're not, they're on a different platform.
right.
It's same concept.
That's true.
You can
Yeah,
tell there's games on one that aren't on the other. You can tell someone all day long, oh, this game is the best, it's the best, until they see it,
yeah.
they could be against it all day.
You're
So I
definitely
think
right
once
about
it
that. Yeah,
moves that far, that'll be the push that it won't take. It'll take a little bit of time. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna be like an instantaneous,
yeah,
thing. Um, but still, like I said, that's the NFTs are still stuck to gaming. That's why we took it to they're more of a real life, real world application type
mhm,
utility where you can use it. Some are used to actually, we have a couple NFTs out that we call gift coins, and what they are is they're basically NFT gift certificates, and you can buy it, and you can give it out as a gift. You can use it as, we have a couple people that have gotten them for to give out as prizes in their Twitch channels, Twitch feeds, whatever.
okay,
And people can come, and if they're in an area that can use the coin to buy one of the products available currently, it's a gift card. You trade it. You trade in the NFT for an item rather than tokens, or
right,
another crypto. Or if, let's say, the person that got it is in an area that we're unable to ship to, they can trade it in for face value. So we've taken it to where you're not stuck to having to use it where it's meant to be used, because not everyone can. You get a gift card to, say, Amazon, you can't go to Walmart and use it.
yeah, yeah,
And there's people that live in places that might not be able to use an Amazon gift card, or there might be there's people that can't use certain, might not have a store, or can't get things shipped for different. Ours is, you can't use it, fine, here's the face value of it, and you're getting that much money so you can use it where you can.
right. Very cool.
So that, but other ones are you stake them to earn our token, which then can be used. So it's still a real life application because you're getting a token that has real life utility, but it's not really where, like the gift coin, where you're actually taking it and buying something with it, with something like that.
Yeah.
But
So
that's, where we went away from the gaming. Originally, the idea had been to do a game, but that didn't that changed when I started CryptoDesigns, because there was just too many games. Too many people were trying to
games,
pump
yeah,
out games and gaming tokens, and I just didn't. It wasn't. I felt this was a better way to go.
yeah,
Something where people can see real life use on it rather than just a game.
yeah,
And it's we've come. Honestly, I feel like we've come a long way in the short amount of time, and from where we started with, which was zero.
yeah, yeah. Where
When you
everyone
start from
starts.
zero, everything. But yeah, where we have I have discussed games, doing games with a couple groups, but it's really not something I'm really, with our token and our NFTs, that we're really pushing,
Yeah,
because it's, like I said, we went more real life utility rather than gaming.
yeah, and
We
I
wanted
like
to
that.
use we wanted the benefits of that, which is the zero transaction fees. There's no cost, there's no gas fee.
Mhm.
So transactions don't cost you anything. So that's why we wanted to use that, to apply it to real life transactions, so people can buy stuff. You can send people money to buy stuff, all for free.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anybody anything.
And I like it
So,
because the gaming, like
um,
I started in gaming, and gaming is great. If you're a gamer, the application of it is great, right? But not everyone is gamers. And so, like,
exactly.
you're not gonna pull in like someone that's not a gamer to play an NFT game. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
Even if they're in the crypto space already, they're not going to be interested in
Right.
games. And with the kind of pushback right now of crypto gaming, or not pushback, but the gamers haven't fully embraced it yet. It's a difficult place to be and navigate right now. Um,
But I've also noticed that a lot of games they seem to have a shelf life, so to speak, and
yeah,
some
this
games are able to see it coming and be able to add on like Taco. They've been adding on and releasing new stuff and creating new things, but they release it right as the one before it seems to be kind of slowing down right before it crashes, so that it pumps it keeps it moving.
right.
Alien Worlds, they were great in the beginning. They haven't really kept up, in my opinion, with
Yeah.
with what people want.
That was
They're
that was the first game I played on Wax. Actually, the only
my,
game I
my
really played on Wax.
it was one of the
And
first, other than the ones on Wombat, where you play actual games on your phone and earn Womp bucks that you trade for EOS. That was really one of the, literally, I think, the very first free play to earn game I had played.
yeah.
And
And
I
it
w- it
was,
was
I
it was
mean,
great in the beginning, but now it's like it's you don't make very much. The tokens lost value, and that seems to be the problem. The problem with the NFT gaming is that lifespan of, eventually people lose interest because the next new thing is out.
right. Well, it has to come to the point where the game doesn't solely exist for people to make money, right? Because it's inevitably gonna
Exactly.
crash. Like the game has to be fun in and of itself, like a real game that people spend, like World of Warcraft, right? People spend their
Yeah,
lives on World of Warcraft just playing it because they enjoy
but
it.
it also evolves too. They add on to it. You buy expansions.
Yeah,
There, it's not stagnant.
exactly.
Alien Worlds. I haven't looked recently, but when 6 months I played it, it had already been out for a while.
Yeah,
They had been talking about a Binance planet, and for 6 months it had
very
already been
little has
being talked about.
changed.
In 6 months I didn't see it. So they don't seem to be really advancing as much. And with new games always coming out, that's
Yeah,
you know
and I'm not sure
it's
why
it's just a
because
lot to keep up with. It's a big, you really, with the NFT gaming space, you really got, it's super competitive and super, you got to be constantly moving.
that
It's
is
just too
true.
much, to be honest.
But I don't really
Keeping it.
feel like I don't understand the loss of momentum with Alien Worlds because they had tons of people playing, they had tons of money going into it, um,
I
and
mean,
they
I
just
don't know.
it's like
I've
they stalled. I
heard
don't know the
different
developers
things.
or they just
See, I
you
heard it
know
was on the developer side.
games
That's
do take a long
I,
time to
I
develop.
just, they do. And that's the other thing, and they're expensive to
Yes,
create and put out too, and can constantly update. And it's like I said, we wanted this. I wanted something that was, it's not necessarily simpler, but it doesn't require people to constantly keep playing the game to have a use.
right.
We're working on, we have it worked out. We're trying to get the platform built and connected now to where you can actually go to the platform, and there'll be, we'll have our store there. We'll have one store to start out with from Amazon, where you can actually buy items directly from Amazon on the platform using our token and other
Interesting.
cryptos.
Okay.
If you don't, if you don't have our token, or you have something else you want to use, you buy right through our platform, and it ships from Amazon.
Okay.
It's we're doing the conversion from crypto to fiat to pay Amazon all in one transaction. And that's real difficult to,
I imagine that'd be hard to facilitate.
it's more of a headache than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So it's taken a little longer. I'm hoping that within the next month or two, we'll have at least a rough alpha that we can run. That where 90% of everything works automatically. Some things we may have to do manually still, but at least we'll have an idea of proof of concept.
So
But
going
eventually we'll have, other people can create a store and people can come and basically pay with, it'll be something like up to like 400 or 500 different currency cryptos. And then that vendor can get paid out however they choose, be it in their own country's currency or Bitcoin, Ethereum, however
okay.
they want to be paid, they can get paid.
So
But shoppers can come and yeah,
ultimately
shoppers can
what
come and
you're
use
kind of
anything and use our token as well, and it'll give, we'll apply a discount when they use our token. Just
okay.
like when they buy our products, if you buy one of our products using our token, you get a 5% discount.
So
So there'll be benefits to using it, but you won't have to. You'll have hundreds of options.
I'm trying to kind of break this down a little bit. So your platform you're developing or the vision for it is you're going to have your store is kind of the prototype, but then you're trying to bring in other stores like third-party retailers to put on your
No,
platform to have their
with
own store?
anybody. If you wanted to open a store,
Right, right, right.
let's say someone makes jewelry at home and they sell it at the flea market. Well, they could open a
They can
store on
open
the
their store
platform.
on
But yeah,
your platform. Awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
that's really cool. So
our
you're
our products and the company from Amazon that we're working with to start out with will be another option. That's the difficult one that's it's that process of that transaction from through the platform to Amazon.
yeah.
That we're still working on. But at least if we can get proof of concept working, it's just we just have to pretty it up and
Yeah, that's
it,
a
that that's that's been the tricky part with the Wax blockchain, and
that
it's
well
been a
that's a
problem
big
just with the Wax blockchain,
that's a big thing
unfortunately.
that I didn't really completely understand that you guys that was your ultimate aim was to allow people to sell on your platform to create the platform essentially like the eBay of the crypto world kind of in
Kind
a
of, yeah,
right
yeah.
where anyone can come and put their stuff on and sell it for whatever crypto they want and back and forth
Well,
receive whatever.
they put a price on it.
Hmm.
They put a price on it, and then people come in and say, "I want to pay with BNB." So they select BNB, and it tells them how much BNB they have to pay.
Right.
Then it pays for the item, and then we can either, I think it's once every 2 weeks or once a month, the vendor can request a payout, and they request it in whatever form they want, and it pays them out, either be it PayPal, Cash App. Um, I think it'll also do Venmo, crypto, however they want, however they want to be paid. But it
Okay.
allows people to come and shop and know that, hey, this item's $10. Let me pay with $10 of Ethereum. But the other person goes, oh, I want the same item, but I only got $10 of wax.
Right.
So it allows people to use whatever currency they want.
Okay.
And if you don't have crypto, no problem. You can also use PayPal. There's also debit credit. So it's really kind of a bridge between fiat and crypto, and it allows people to buy things using almost any currency,
Very
and it
cool.
allows the vendors to get paid out in their preferred currency. So we're doing that whole
Kind of the
transition. We're
middleman.
doing the
Yeah.
swap for everybody.
Right.
So it's that way, and it allows it expands people's ability to sell to people, because of there's no you don't have to worry about currency conversion. Like with I know I just heard from this past weekend, someone in Australia was trying to buy some merchandise for a game, and in the States the item's $38 shipped. Yeah, that's a little much for a shirt, in my opinion, but that's what you get when you're buying a game's merchandise, is you're always going to pay more.
Right.
Just because it doesn't matter whether it's a Halo merchandise, Modern World, Xbox, whatever, you're going to pay more for it because of the name.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for them, they were in Australia. For them to buy the shirt, it was going to be $60 plus shipping.
Wow.
That's a little ridiculous,
Yeah.
just because of the currency conversion. So this is a way that people can come in and not have to worry about a currency conversion, because it's all done automatically and it's all done through the platform.
Okay. Very cool.
But that was the vision, and being able to use our token on it and gain a discount in, not every store, but certain areas might, we might have someone might have a sale, and allow up to a discount using the token. I know our store will always have the discount. Um, the Amazon store that the company we're starting with, they'll accept it and offer a discount, stuff like that,
I see.
you know. Um, but it's it's a long term project. It's a lot to build out,
Absolutely, yeah.
but it's that is our long term goal, and what we're looking at doing is bringing, and then also hopefully eventually bringing in other tokens and other people, other projects that want to come in onto the platform and be able to accept their tokens as well, other blockchains,
Yeah.
that, and just keep expanding on it, but we're, you have to start somewhere, and that's where we're at right now, but and we're building, but it's we're starting to gain some traction, and we've got people buying our products. We've got people using the token. um we even created like a Powerball rollover lotto type style lottery, where it literally costs you like 20 cents to enter, but the current jackpot right now is something like it's something like 40 or $50. So
Not bad.
20 cents to enter is not,
Yeah.
it really is nothing if you have a chance to win $50,
Right.
$50. And if nobody wins, we do that twice a week. If nobody enters, we don't bother doing a drawing if nobody entered.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone entered, we do the drawing. If nobody wins, the pot rolls over.
Right.
So it's an ever growing, that, because we do have a lot of people from Europe and Australia and South America that collect our NFTs and our token, but have no way of using it. There's people even Canada. We can ship to Canada, but the cost to ship our product to Canada is just, it's outrageous.
Right. Yeah.
So there's even states in the United States we can't ship to,
Mm-hmm.
which is really kind of odd, but because of our product we happen to sell legal THC products,
Okay.
and it's legal in 41 for us to ship to 41 states. And of the 9 states that we can't ship to, I believe 6 or 7 of them are recreational states already. Go
Interesting.
figure that out.
Interesting.
We're only allowed, most of the states we're allowed to ship to either only medical, no rec, or nothing at all.
Huh.
But we have a federally approved and legal product that we constantly get an updated list of who we can and can't ship to, and stuff like that. But right now, I believe it's 40. There's 41 states I believe we can ship to now. I haven't checked the list this week. I just got it on Monday, yesterday. So
Yeah.
still haven't checked it, because it doesn't update that fast all the time. But it was 41 last time I checked it.
Hmm.
But it's so that I had to create something that people could use the token on, other than just sitting there and holding it.
Real
So
world use. Yeah.
I do have that, right. So it's just something for fun. It's cheap to enter, but it gives people something fun to do, and the fact that it constantly keeps growing, it's we'll add more. But that was just something when we first, we literally, it was almost an overnight kind of explosion from going to where we just had the US and really all we needed was our product, to we've got people from literally the other side of the world
Oh, yeah.
that we need something for. So I had to come up with something as quickly as possible, and that was one of the most simplest things I could come up with that people could have some fun with,
Right.
for next to nothing, but also could help with, it has a lot of other functions that you might not really think about, but it does. And it's just something for fun, really. We have a couple people that they enter it every now and then just for fun,
Uh-huh.
because like I said, it's 20 cents.
Yeah.
For 20 cents, you spend more than that on your coffee every morning at Starbucks.
Way more
you
than
know
that.
so but and it's really, like I said, it was really more for something for fun, until we can get we're like I said, we're working on setting up a staking where you can stake our token and earn wax for locking it in a stake. You actually earn wax. We're
Okay.
working on getting that set up. So there's we're working towards getting stuff going, but I literally almost overnight needed something that everybody could use.
Yeah.
And
you're
have more than just holding on to a token, because what good is that for anybody?
right. And
You know, it,
your main token is Tegrity, right? You have. It's on
Yes. Yep.
Tegrity on the Wax
Integrity.
blockchain. What are
Yep.
the
It
initials for that?
it's listed as TGRD on Alcor.
Okay. Alcor
Um,
TGRD.
yeah. Yep. Alcor Dex. It's it's we had to pick a 4 letter name, so to speak, and because we couldn't fit integrity into the into the list, into the listing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was the best. It almost sounds like it. Those 4 letters kind of made it. You say those 4 letters without, it's just removing the vowels basically.
Right.
So it's not hard to remember. But yeah, it's we have 3 different liquidity pools. We have one with Shing, which is a one of the tokens from the taco group.
Okay.
And they're very solid. They're always like I said, they've always got something new coming out. We have a liquidity pool with Shing. We have one with Wax and one with Dust.
Okay.
And for those that aren't familiar with Dust, there's actually um, uh, hundreds of Telegram channels that literally you earn the token just by chatting.
Yep.
And then the Dust Discord itself, when you go to their Discord, when you chat in their Discord, you earn Dust itself. You earn Dust as well.
I
They have a game that you can play. But yeah, we have a liquidity pool with them as well. But we only have a market listing with Wax. I never set up any other listings against other tokens.
yeah.
I just left it just seemed smarter just to leave it with just plain Wax. Leave the liquidity pools with other things. That way it's less confusing for people.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah,
Very
we're
cool.
I actually just added to the Shing liquidity pool today. I added another like 130,000 Shing to the pool. So
Cool.
I do add I do add to the pools as I get. I don't add like 100 at a time. Obviously it doesn't make sense to add like literally dust amounts of tokens at a time.
Yeah.
But when I get a an amount that's not just, well, why the hell did you add 500 500 of your token and a third of a Wax, why that made no sense. But when I get enough that it can make,
Makes a difference
it's
in
always being added. I added some Wax to the Wax liquidity pool as well. As that comes, certain things, when they get, as it comes in, it gets put right into certain places,
right.
depending on which, if it's one of our NFTs, it gets split between, used for resources. 'Cause obviously we have to have RAM, we have to have CPU to be able to send out the NFTs. So some of it gets saved for that. The rest goes into the liquidity. So we're as the NFTs sell, as tokens sell off the market, that goes right. Any token sales go right into the liquidity pool. Period. There's no question about that. Because they get sold out of the minted wallet that holds everything. So it's whatever Wax is in there goes right into the liquidity pool as soon as I see it in there.
Yeah.
So it's always being added to. So it is, but like any liquidity pool, it goes up and down because there's people swapping back and forth. So I can't say it's always going up, because nothing's always going up. But
Right.
we're always adding to it as it comes in, and it gets, we're it's not just, okay, here it is, you guys take care of it. No, we're actively adding to it ourselves. Putting our, I say we, but it's really me. It's because right now, because it's, I started, since I started, but it's my own back, out of my pocket going into it as it comes in. It's not just, like I said, most projects, it goes to them.
Yeah.
It's
It's
literally
funding.
everything goes right back into the project. It goes back to the community.
Cool.
We have a couple NFTs that if people hold them, they can gain access to a 24-hour hourly Wax drop, and they can claim Wax every hour, around the clock, 7 days a week. So we have, like I said, everything that comes in goes back out into the community somehow, be it liquidity or literally back to in Wax or something like that.
Yeah. So
So
so if um so if listeners here that are interested in the platform and what you're doing, where do they go? What would you the first thing? I mean, obviously, go to your Discord, but what's the first thing you would suggest to get involved in? Is it get some integrity, get this NFT? how do they support, the future plans of crypto designs and all of this?
Um, I mean, really, honestly, there's it's on a personal level how involved you want to get. But it can go anywhere from you collect our NFTs, blend them to stake them to earn our token, to use to add to one of the liquidity pools, or use to buy stuff in the store, something like that.
Hmm.
To all the way to you get our governance token, you get one of our gold or VIP member NFTs. They're just a little more pricey because of what they give you. There's different levels that people can get in at.
Okay.
But each one has its own benefit. So it's really kind of hard to say what's best. It's because it's going to be different for everybody.
I guess okay. So
You know,
where do they go to find out about those different things, those different
Discord.
options? Discord.
Discord's going to be the best place. Discord's going to be the best place to come to and find everything and ask questions.
Okay.
Mainly because I have Discord on all my devices, all my tablets, phone.
Yeah.
So if I try to catch every message that comes in. So and that's usually the best place, just because Twitch doesn't notify you when you get a whisper. You have to notice the little thing. The little thing. It doesn't. It really doesn't notify, and it doesn't always
Yeah.
update too. I've had people whisper me, and then I reload the screen, and now I've got 4 whispers. Well, where the hell were they? They didn't show up. I didn't even see them until now. So yeah, the best place is Discord.
Okay.
Definitely not Twitter. Definitely not Twitter. I do not check our Twitter messages all that often. I'm very bad about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I-
yeah, Discord's the best place to come, or even if we're streaming, come to stream and find out. That's even better, because you can find out live. And there's other people there that can help guide you and that are involved as well.
mhm.
That, and it's live help. That it's not going to be I have to ask a question and hope someone's online that can help me in the Discord. Where we're live, we're
Yeah.
we're
You
live streaming.
you do.
So yeah, that actually would probably be the best place to come to find fast information. But if you're looking to get involved and want to be able to just hang out with everybody and talk to people, and you're not looking for immediate answers on specific things, Discord would be the best place to come and hang
Okay.
out and talk to us.
Yeah, I have noticed your Twitch. Whenever I jump on there, you have a very active community, people jumping in and talking. It's pretty cool
Yeah,
spot to hang out in.
yeah. It's honestly, I'm honestly surprised. It's like I said, we just started it in March, and we've already got almost 1,000 followers on it, which is, I mean,
That's
if
impressive,
in
yeah.
my mind that's insane.
Yeah.
It's just grown so fast, and it's people from all over the world. I mean, we have people from the Philippines, we have a few people from South America. We have a lot of Canadian people from Canada, a lot of people from Eastern and Western Europe. We've got, I mean, all literally over the
All
world.
over. Yeah.
So and that's why we do our streams. You can pretty much get online, and we're going to be online. Just because I stream so much, and it's because we have people from all over the world. It's kind of like a rotation. That there's certain people that come in and at certain times of the day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool, because you get to interact with a bunch of different people. And
That's yeah.
that's yeah, it's fun, but it's a way for us to be able to spread out, and talk to people.
Yeah, that's what one of
And
the things I really like about the crypto community. It is a
yeah,
global community. It's 24/7. It never
very much
stops.
so.
Someone's always awake. Someone's always wanting to talk about stuff and into the same
Yep,
type of things that you're into.
yep,
So it's very,
yep.
at this point, it's still a very small community, right? But it's everywhere. It's all over the world.
Yeah, and that was honestly, like I said, when I moved over from Forex. Forex is kind of like the stock market. It closes at 4 p.m. on Friday and then reopens at 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Hmm.
So it's really only trading during the week. Crypto never sleeps. I
Yep.
can literally wake up. I can be like, oh man, I can't sleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't sleep. Let me get on. Let me trade some crypto. It's going. It doesn't matter. They don't care if it's Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July, Christmas, New Year's. It doesn't matter. You can get on, and crypto's, there's something going on.
Yeah.
And I really like that, because it's never, and it's always going. It doesn't sleep, and so it's always there for you, and that drew me in too, because it's something that I loved the forex, but I didn't like the not being able to trade it over the weekend when I was off of work, or you know, when I really had that extra time.
Right.
That's another nice thing about crypto is a lot of people do work Monday to Friday.
Hmm.
Well, if you can only trade stuff Monday to Friday, what do you when are you going to trade? It's 9 to 5. You're working 9 to 5.
That's very true. Yeah.
So that it's with crypto, it's like you said, 24/7, 365. It gives everyone a chance when they're available,
Yeah.
and like you said, there's always someone somewhere awake for it.
Yep.
To talk. And it's usually me. Honestly, it really is usually me. I'm almost always awake or online or half asleep, where I have my phone there that I'm someone's messaging me and I'm talking to somebody, or something's going on somewhere. So, but yeah,
Very cool.
I do love that about crypto and the community, is that there's always something new. There's
Hmm.
always something. It's always progressing. There's always something new. There's always something something that's gotten better from the
Yeah.
use of it.
There's something that's always
You know,
pushing the
and
limits. It
and
seems like. Yeah.
exactly, and I love that. I love and there really is with certain. There are a lot of groups now that are actually starting to realize that you can't. Most of us can't actually compete with, like, say, Top Shots NFTs on the Wax blockchain. They've got the name. They've got the NBA behind them. That's a huge name behind them.
Yeah.
They've got money behind them. They've got some of the best graphics designers working for them. They've got a huge budget.
Hmm.
Most of us don't have a multi-million-dollar budget, just for a single NFT series.
Right.
So, and we don't have a naming like the NFL or NBA or the now they have the MMA behind it. They have the MMA,
Yeah.
UFC behind them. We don't have Most of us don't have those names behind us.
Right.
So a
Yeah.
lot more groups are starting to see that and are starting to work together to help each other out. And I kind of like seeing that with the way the communities that is starting to progress, is they're starting to see that we can't do it ourselves. But
Yeah.
if we
People
all
are starting to
promote each other and work
band together.
together and support each other, we can actually keep up with those multi-million-dollar groups that have a clear advantage and a clear
Yeah.
a clear step up ahead of everybody.
And that's
They have, when you have $1 million to dump into advertising, that's a huge jump, right there.
right. And that's what
You
I
know,
was
I
kind of end up. I talked. This comes up almost every single time. Is I'm talking like, who do you talk to? Who do you look for crypto advice? It's like, look to all the builders, all the people like that have their own projects and are building and are consistent, are there. Like those are the ones you want to connect with. There's tons of people like trading and trying to flip and all this, but if you're looking at the people that have projects and are consistently there and building and trying to grow it, those are the people to watch and to look after, and that's going to be a really good, solid community of people. Um, those are the
I
best,
mean,
the builders, right?
I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you there. I will admit though, I've been slacking a little bit on that. I've had, being it's, I'm one person, I can only do so much, but a lot of the builders out there, they also follow a lot of other projects, and they
Hmm.
try to keep current on what's new, what's coming up, what's being done. So yeah, they are some of the best ones to follow. I've been slacking on keeping up with some of the newer stuff. That's my bad. I
Well,
need
I
to
mean,
I need to kind of catch up on it. But
it's not
you
even.
know,
I'm not even saying
they,
like who to listen to for trades or whatever. I'm just saying the people building their project and continue consistently working on it and whatever it is, their brand, their vision, and keep working on it, right? And those people are the ones that are communities with themselves, because the builders talk to the builders, talk to builders.
right.
Everyone knows.
Yeah,
Everyone's like,
exactly. And they, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. And it's they'll be able to, maybe I'm not, like I said, I'm not currently up on everything,
no
because
one is
I'm
though.
so busy with everything. But I do keep up with a couple people and a couple groups,
Yep.
as best I can. But there's so much going on. But yeah, there's a lot of great groups out there that are always doing something. And you know I try to connect with as many of them as I can,
Yep.
just because it's all about networking to grow,
Yep.
and the more, and eventually, we've also tried to do some uh I don't know what you want to call it, like it's not so much of a collab as it is like it's too. We've tried working with other groups trying to make a bridge between multiple projects and the real world and application. Is just we haven't been able to quite nail it down just because of the logistics of it.
Yeah.
It's because it became we were trying to do something where we used it was Europe and US, and we were trying to use two different groups and companies
Mm.
to create one new project, and it was just we couldn't get it to logistically work out.
Yeah.
But we're always looking for something, some way to branch out and expand.
Yeah.
It's we're talking with a shop here in town to start accepting our token in their store.
Really?
I don't know how, that's, I'm not, honestly, I'll be honest, I'm not holding my breath on that one, because they're not real big into crypto.
Mm.
They know about it, but it's, I kind of wanted, it'd be perfect because they're independent. There's only two stores. They're a mom and pop shop. It's not, but it would be a starting point.
Right.
But again, like I said, I'm not holding my breath because it's, it's just it's just we just started talking about it, so but it's something new, another place where we're trying to network and expand out to, so we
Yeah.
can be more real world application and try to get more use. We're trying,
Yeah.
so it's and when I do see new stuff for Wax, I try to figure out how it can be used in our projects. Like we have the staking now, with our NFT into NFT farming. We're going to have uh, a liquidity pool, but it's a lock stake where you earn Wax, trade up Wax, rather than you have to wait for someone to swap.
Okay.
So as new things are developed that we can utilize, we're trying. I'm doing my best to get us into that as quick as possible.
Awesome.
So yeah, I am working. We're trying to. It just takes time.
Absolutely.
It's
Everything. Yeah.
and I don't want to rush it because I don't want to call. If you rush it, you make mistakes.
Yep.
And that's really what it comes down to.
Well, and it's interesting.
Is
Like we were talking
Go ahead.
before, there's kind of a lull right now, right? So the people that are still here, the projects that are still around, are the ones that are really building, because there's not people dumping hundreds of $1,000s into NFTs right now.
Exactly.
It's not happening,
Exactly.
So the time right now is the building time, the calm before the storm.
It
It's
is.
when you're
It is. It's and when it takes off, you just hang on. It's going to be one of those to where it's just hold on to your seat because it's just going to go. It's just like I said, I really feel like we're on a tipping point, and it's just a matter of time until everything just spills over, and
Yep.
with more and more people getting into the crypto space alone.
Yep.
Look, when you look at the number of new wallets being created, it's just there's so many people getting into the space.
hmm The interest in there is
So
there, and you can see it even
yeah,
coming. I mean, as much as it almost, I mean, I don't want to say like a pollution, but you see all the big brands coming in, and all
yeah,
the
and
corporate
the
coming in,
famous
and
people and the artists and
yep,
actors, and and the more that happens, the more it's going to become, the more
it
people are going to get
becomes
into it,
more and more
unfortunately.
mainstream.
you
So
know
yeah.
yeah, and it's like I said, we're on that tipping point, and it's
hmm
just a matter of time before it becomes more accepted.
Right.
Because I'll be honest, I've noticed a switch in even when you mention crypto, even like on Twitch, the answers I used to get were, "What's that?
Yeah.
What's Bitcoin? What's Ethereum? What is crypto?" They didn't even know
Yeah.
what it
It
was.
wasn't that long ago.
Now it's more of a, what blockchain is that? What game is that? What NFT game is that for? People are starting to understand it more.
Yeah.
It's not a what's crypto. It's a what, now they're actually seeing that,
They
it's, what is
actually
it being used for.
recognize
They
some of the
have an idea
buzzwords at
of it.
least. Yeah.
It might be a rudimentary or very early because they're new to it. I mean, I've been in it for years.
hmm
I first heard about Bitcoin when it was a penny and a half on Mount Gox.
Hey,
You know,
wow.
I mean, we're going back to
That's
2010. You
yeah.
know, back in the early days, and I said, oh, it's a scam.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was one of those that I thought it was just going to be they're taking going to get everyone's money and just run.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, and unfortunately I was wrong. But you know, I didn't start trading until more recently, but I was still using Bitcoin
Yeah.
the way it was before.
Yeah.
You know, going back when it was still 10, 15 cents each.
Mhm.
You know, and we were buying hundreds and thousands of them at a time because we were using them as a currency. It's like, oh my god, I look back, it's like, oh my god, I wish I had bought them and just held them at this point. You know, when I was
Right.
buying thousands of them at 10 and 15 cents, it's like I should have held them. I could retire now, and
Right.
it is, but no one knew.
Uh-huh.
Really nobody knew. It's when I first got into actually buying Bitcoin, people were still saying, "Oh, Bitcoin's never going to hit 10 cents." Bitcoin's and then it quickly became, "Oh, Bitcoin, it'll never hit 50 cents. It'll
Yeah.
never hit $1."
I
And the
saw
next thing
this
you know, within a couple years, it's Bitcoin's at 10,000.
yeah, I
you
saw
know,
this I was looking back on old prize pools. I believe it was for StarCraft, like just a small StarCraft tournament, right? First place was like $500, second was 300,
yeah, I
third,
saw
whatever,
that
and
one.
then fifth place, fifth through 10th was like 25 Bitcoin each or something.
Like, I was like, can I purposely get last place here? I'll take the
Yeah,
Bitcoin,
right?
please.
You just won fifth or
you
10th
know,
and
but
then just left
yeah,
it, forgot about it.
or I remember the day, like I still remember when Bitcoin you could still really profitably mine it with your computer in the
Mm,
early days.
yeah.
That's people had hundreds and thousands of Bitcoin they had mined with their computer that got lost on flash drives, that because it was it was just people didn't it was pennies.
Yeah.
People didn't think about it.
It
Can you
wasn't
imagine if there's just so much Bitcoin that I know was lost that we don't know is lost yet,
right.
that it's people are really probably kicking themselves, going, God damn it, I wish I could still get.
Right.
I got an Ethereum wallet that I can't get into, that's got almost 2 Ethereum in it. It's like, man, I bought it when it was $100. I wish I could get into it, but I can't.
Yeah.
All I
Yeah.
can do is stare at it.
I know
Because
it's there.
that's how long I've been in. Is since I've been in since Bitcoin was first listed on Mount Gox at
Yeah.
and it was under 2 cents. It was a penny and a half. But I didn't start trading until. But I've been around it for a while, so I've got I'm more familiar with it. I've actually been 100% crypto for 4 years now.
Oh,
I don't use banks. I don't use fiat at all. I can get it if for people like
right.
that
Right.
need it, but I literally pay for everything with crypto. I go to Walmart, swipe my and pay with crypto. I go
Mhm.
any store that takes Visa, I
Yeah.
can pay with my crypto.
Yep.
So I literally have been 100% fiat free for 4 years. So it's good to see all these new people coming in, that they're even starting to have a more, they know what crypto is. They might not understand everything about it, but they at least have heard about it.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing as much, what's Bitcoin? What is that? What now it's more of a, what's that for? What that they know something about crypto. I think Doge had a lot to do with that. That really helped drive. I hate to say it, but I really
Ironically
think that
enough,
helped
yeah.
drive a lot of people in, unfortunately. But it's unfortunate that's how it worked. But I really think it did bring a lot of people into the space.
Yeah.
Just
You're
because
probably right about that, yeah.
but it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it got people involved, it got
Mhm.
people interested, and the more that people get interested, the more it grows.
Yep. The more
And
people that
and
know,
that's
yeah.
yeah, yep. And the more we get, that people that get into it, the more the scales start to tip to it takes over. And because I honestly truly believe crypto will be the future currency that everyone eventually goes to.
Yeah.
Like El Salvador uses Bitcoin for their national currency. I really truly believe every country at some point will, fiat currency will go the way of the dodo, and will be on crypto.
Yeah. It'll be
Just because of what it can do and how fast it can be transacted, and you know cheaply it can be transacted.
yeah. I think
you know,
it's
I
gonna be an
mean,
interesting ride there, but I think you're probably right.
yeah. How was that?
All right. All right,
Uh,
let's
yeah, but
yeah, let's
yeah.
I think we had a really
Yeah,
great
we're
talk. It was
just we're
awesome.
just over an hour, so
Just over we gotta gonna wrap it up here. But yeah, thanks for joining me. This has been great.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Is there any last kind of things you want to say about crypto space in general, or about your project, where people go? I mean, I'll post all the links and everything below. So guys, check out the all the
Yeah,
links in the
the
discords and everything.
only thing
But
is, yeah, I think you'll have my. We have a link. It's called All My Links. It that if people go there, it has more than just our social media. It has all of our active links and anything related to our project or projects we work with
okay,
or have help promote. So it's got and we update it. So it's if you want to know what we got going on, that's a one stop shop for everything. It's got all of our links for everything.
perfect. Here, I'll throw that up. I'll throw that up right now. If you, yeah, go that all your links, well, all my links, or hit that QR code with your phone. You can find all of their links, their Discord, everything. Check it out. Again, all the links will be posted in the comments below. Um,
And we do have the that link actually posted in our Discord under our social media channel. So if if you can't get some phones don't like the QR code for some on the computer screen. I have one
right.
phone that does and one that doesn't. So if yours just happens to be the one that doesn't, you can always come into Discord and we've got it in our social media channel. We've got the all my links and all of our other stuff in there as well.
Awesome. Well, CryptoGod, thanks for joining me. It's been a great show.
Thank you, sir.
I'll
You have a great evening, sir.
thank you. I'll see you later.